All right, everybody, we're back, and today we are with the Philly OG legend, Greg Guzman himself, Philly's oldest wholesaler. Let's go. You a bar? I don't know. Let's do it. Greg,
Yes,
thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, my
long
pleasure,
time in the friggin' make.
Yeah. I've been trying to get out here for you.
Dude, I appreciate it.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go,
Yes,
man.
sir. Let's go. Let's do this.
Let's do it. All right, let's start.
Give the people what they want.
Bro, give them what they want. They're hungry. They're like, yo, give me
They're
booze,
hungry.
give
Let's
me
feed
booze.
them.
Yeah, bro. Let's go. Everyone I've had on this video, when you have a Guzman night.
Hey, man. I've been doing this a minute, so
Yeah, there we go. Who's been doing the longer? You or Jabbar?
definitely me.
Yeah.
I've been doing this in 1999, brother.
Ouch.
Yeah.
99.
You were in diapers.
Almost, yeah. Man. I'm wearing 92, baby.
You're still wearing diapers.
Sometimes I still need them, man. I mean, I'm taking action here.
That's it.
It's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
How did you get into real estate?
I tried doing like import-export for a while. I tried doing a couple different, entrepreneurial ventures. And 1999, I had a couple guys that told me about sheriff sales, and they kind of like taught me the way and mentored me and taught me how to like go to the auctions and, do my research, do my due diligence, bid on properties, do my comps. And kind of just started out buying at live auctions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't start out wholesaling. You just straight up buying them. What do you just buy it and resell?
Yeah, but back then it was like a different way of wholesaling, right? Right now you're like, you're wholesaling deals that you sign up with sellers. Back then you're buying them from auctions, but you're basically wholesaling your bid slip. So you're flipping your bid slip. So you win a property, you win the bid, and then you basically assign the rights to your bid to a third party. So it was just back in the day way of wholesaling. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah, you don't hear about that now. They must. That must not be a thing anymore. I don't
It's
even
not a
hear
thing
about
anymore.
Sheriff sales in general.
No, they went to the internet. They went to website, internet bidding and auctions in COVID. And so now it changed because anybody could sit in their house.
Yeah, all these New York guys screwed it up on us.
New York, anywhere, you know what I mean? And I could just be sitting there bidding, where I used to have to, wake up, drive to the sale, park,
Deal with
stand there for 6 hours, literally 6 hours from 10 to 4. We'd be there fighting against the hungry hyenas.
Yeah, everybody knows.
Everyone knows each other. We're all like friendly, but we hate each other. We love each other. We fight against each other. But it was good. It was good because I got to like really learn the city because I had to drive around and look at 200 properties a month.
Oh man.
Yeah, so it was a lot of driving, a lot of due diligence. Yeah, a lot of research, a lot of, just to see what you want to bid on, and that way you learn the streets.
Yeah.
I'm one of the few guys that know like every 100 block in the entire city.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Every zip code. That's my forte. Is just like. I know Philly better than anyone.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's power.
Yeah. People call me all the time. I get text all day like, what do I offer on this? How much can I sell this? Like, so I'm always like, giving people advice.
Yeah, I bet, man. I bet. So a sheriff sale, just ripping tons of sheriff sale.
Just ripping them. Yeah, that was my main thing for a while. And then after COVID, everyone had to transform into like, letters and PPC and cold calling, text blasting, and text blasting was a huge thing for a while, and that kind of died down a little bit too.
Yeah. I do texting. They don't like it when you talk about that texting. It's not, and I understand why. It's not forever.
Yeah.
Like it's that terrible long-term strategy, but like you can still do it. Everyone left it, so I do it.
Yeah.
Knowing like, oh, bro, I got another year, maybe 2 years before this. That's not a thing. So whatever.
sure.
The money's there. Let me just take it real quick.
Definitely.
Because everyone stopped.
No, it makes sense. You're right. Everyone stopped. I mean, you can't do like 10,000 texts a week like we used to.
No.
You can do a couple hundred a day. But yeah, you're right. A lot of people stopped, so it's like an open market. The other thing I like about Philly is a lot of people left Philly and went into like South Jersey and Delaware County and
Guilty.
yeah. So like I'm still like
Crushing.
I'm still just doing Philly. Philly's my John.
Yeah, this is John. I think that. There we go. So, what marketing channels have y'all tried at this point? Like, what ones do you like the best? What's worked the best? What's worked the worst?
I mean, like I said, like cold calling and VAs, it's like I feel like it's not as good anywhere close to what it used to be. PPC is expensive. I still believe in direct mail.
Okay.
And I'm old school, you know what I mean? I'm like a dinosaur. So I believe in like face to face, walk in the streets, bird dogs walk in the streets, you know, getting to know people in the neighborhood, and they know who's selling, who's leaving the neighborhood, who's moving, who's losing the house. So I still believe in like walking for dollars, believe it or not. You know what I mean? Just like walking around the neighborhood and up and down, zigzagging, driving, and just getting guys that, you know, that I'm mentoring to do the same. There's nothing better than driving for dollars or walking for dollars, if you ask me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Because you see what you're buying. You you get to shake hands, kiss babies. You know what I mean? And then you offer a referral fee, and people love that. You know, I'll give you 1,000, I'll give you 2,000, I'll give you 3, whatever you want to say. But you know, you offer people money, and they help you find properties.
Okay, so you run on the streets looking for bird dogs.
Just run on the streets, man. The money's in the streets. You can't just sit back and think like wholesaling's easy, and you could just sit back in your house or your office and just like make money, right? You gotta put in your due diligence. You gotta put in your sweat equity.
You gotta put that work in.
Yeah, you gotta put the work in. You gotta know the streets. If you don't know the streets and you're making dumb offers, you know, you're just like any amateur wholesaler out there that's just like ruining the game.
Yeah, you're messing the numbers up for everybody.
For sure. You gotta know your numbers. If you don't know your numbers and you're offering too much, you're not gonna get the property, or you're gonna get the property, you can't sell it. Because, you know, it's a three-part game. You got to get it, you got to sell it, then you got to clear title. If one of those parts don't work,
wow, you beat me.
Now, bro, you got nothing. You got nothing. You just wasted a month time. Now the seller's pissed off at you, and, you know, you didn't do it right. You got to do it right. You got to do it right. You got to price it right. And you got to price it, honestly, you got to price it as though you're the buyer. You got to price it like looking out for your buyer. You got to price it right. You got to make sure everything is perfect so your buyer is satisfied. It's just like any customer service business. You got to make sure your buyer walks away happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you like the acquisition part better or the disposition part better?
I like the acquisition part. I mean, a lot of people ask me to do disposition for them because they know I have like probably the top buyers list in the city. Because I've been doing this for so long. You know, I met a ton of cash buyers during the sheriff sale days that I still work with, and they still call me every day. But I like the acquisition part. I like to get on the street. I like to shake hands. Yeah. I like to walk through the property. I like to make the offer. I like to get the contract. I feel like I did something good. You know what I mean? I got something.
Yes.
Got something solid. Yeah. Like, and I'm taking a picture of the contract. Yeah, another one.
Yeah, another one, baby. Let's do it. Oh man.
But the acquisition part for me is kind of easy, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I actually got my son doing my text blasting and my email blasting right now. So, like, he helps me with disposition and marketing and getting the deals out to the buyers.
Oh, good. It's awesome that you have him involved.
Yeah. So, it's all good.
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good that he's in there doing that.
No, for sure. And I like it, you know, keeping the family, teach them some entrepreneurial business ways.
Of course.
How to wheel and deal.
You like it?
He likes it. He's like taking pictures and videos of like properties for me and for other friends of mine.
I've hired him before.
Yeah, you hired him. Yeah, he does a great job. He does a 60-second reel and like the new age shit with like.
Oh, super new age. So you're thinking this is trending and that's trending. Whatever.
Man. Throws in these little cool sounds and shit.
Yeah, heck yeah. His follow-up game is good. He's natural salesman. He followed that with the art. I love it.
For sure. You learn from the best, right?
Yeah, there we go. There we go, man.
Yeah, man. But, I always tell people, all the new guys that want me to help them out. To like, you got to learn the streets. You got to know the numbers. You got to know the zip codes. You got to know the 100 blocks, because one 100 block could be completely different comp from another 100 block. Same exact house could be completely different from 100 block to another. So if you don't know what you're looking at, and you're just cold calling and you don't know where you're calling, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Yes.
You got to know where you're calling. You got to know the neighborhood you're calling, and you got to know exactly what you're buying.
I get that.
And you got to look at it as you're the buyer. You can't always think oh, I'm going to wholesale this and make $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. You got to go in thinking you're the buyer, and get the best price. Make sure it's quality property. Make sure clean title, and then you can go to the next step, which is disposition and clearing title. But you got to look at it as though you're buying the property and this is for you. And then you decide what you want to do with it, whether you want to fix and flip it, if you want to keep it, fix and rent it, or if you want to wholesale it and make a quick buck. But acquisition, you got to look at it as though you're acquiring the property. That way you look out for yourself and you look out for the next guy if you decide to wholesale it out.
Looking out for the seller, looking out for everyone.
Looking out for everyone. You got to make sure it's a happy transaction, and everybody feels like they got what they were promised.
Okay. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Doing good business, this is a good way to get more business.
Exactly, yeah.
You can't be out here long term
For sure.
bad business.
Nah, if you do bad business, you're out in a couple of years.
Everyone learns out. Yeah, it's not good. No one wants to mess with you.
Nah, it's a small world. Philly's it's a big city, but it's a small city. Everyone knows.
It's small.
Everyone, and you gotta trust who you're doing business with. You know what I mean? Wholesalers have a bad name, to be honest with you.
Yeah, bad name.
I gotta say, there's thousands of wholesalers out there. There's maybe 20, 30 guys that do it right.
Yes.
So, investors, developers, they don't want to work with wholesalers unless they trust you and know you're legit. Yeah, and know you look out for them.
And wholesalers, bad rap.
Horrible.
Hey, we're monsters now.
Monsters. We're the worst.
Hey, we're the scum of the earth.
Scum of the earth. Bottom feeders.
Equity thieves. Yes.
Bottom feeders.
You just wholesale?
I'm sorry?
You just wholesale right now?
No. I used to do a bunch of fix and flips, rentals. It varies. 1 year it could be all in wholesaling. 1 year it could be just want to do fix and flips.
Okay.
Just want to keep them in rentals. But lately I've been wholesaling mostly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll wholesale, obviously. I'll also wholesale.
Yeah.
For sure. Relisted. I'll do that, but that's it. For me, I don't have the bandwidth or the manpower behind me to do a bunch of stuff. So I just stay in a little acquisition lane. You know what I mean? Yeah. And even with those, I partner with some of the deals with everything.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, you need at least one or two guys on your team. It's hard to do everything yourself. You know what I mean?
100%. Unless you want to be really small. I don't want to.
Yeah, no, but being too big is not good either, because you're giving up so much money. You're paying fees to this guy, fees to that guy, marketing, this, that, and the other.
Then management.
Your guys are making more money than you.
Yeah, and you had to deal with all the stuff.
You got to deal with everything. Yeah, for sure. So you gotta keep it trim, 2-3 guy team. Okay, and you're good.
It's all about a balance.
Yeah, it's a balance. Like I had a bigger team, and I like a smaller team now. But again, everything changes. Shit changes.
Yeah, 100%.
You got to go with the flow. You got to go with the waves, right?
Damn right.
Yeah.
Now, at one point, I feel like you had all these young bucks that were all that were all over the place. That was probably a ton to manage and deal with.
Yeah.
Making sure everyone stays fed.
Yep. Everyone's got to be fed. Everybody wants their share of the deals.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody wants a cold call. Everybody just wants
to put the work in.
Yeah. But you got to learn the business first. It's like any other trade. You got to know what you're doing. You got to do it right. You got to say the right thing. If you ask smart questions, it helps you. If you ask dumb questions, it'll kill you immediately, and they don't even want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
So that 60-second conversation is everything.
Yeah, 100%. And so with any of the cold calling, you have VAs do it overseas, or you like Americans?
I have VAs, but I'm not crazy about it. The results aren't great. I get better results, like my internal guys making the calls, but they don't want to make the calls. No. Guys don't want to sit there and cold call no more.
No, You know what? On YouTube, they just keep telling like it's big on YouTube. I live on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, I study on YouTube hours every single day, and I'll tell you what. One thing all these people on YouTube tell you to do is don't do any cold calling yourself. Make sure you have VAs do it. It's not worth your time. This and that. So I think it just gets drilled into all these younger kids' head. You don't want to be doing that. I started out as a cold call guy, bro. I'm just doing it all myself.
No, for sure. But like the VAs in other countries, it's not the same. Like even though they may even if they don't have an accent, right, which is usually the big thing, they have an accent. They don't.
Yeah.
But it's not just that.
accent
It's
doesn't
like
even really matter that
it's
much.
like rebuttal. Like they don't say the right thing. They don't ask the right questions. After they don't keep a conversation going. They basically call and they're like, "Do you want to sell your house? Do you want to sell your house?
Yeah.
Do you want to sell your house?" I mean, that's bullshit. Who's gonna say yes? I do. No, you gotta get.
They're like, yeah, not to this guy.
Exactly. You got to get some sort of rapport going. So yeah, it's different, and it's also you're competing against a lot of wholesalers out there, just like making tons of offers and over quoting, and kind of ruining for the real guys.
The cold call, getting these people on the phone, man.
Yeah. You gotta find the motivated sellers. You gotta find the motivated sellers that really want to sell, and they're not looking to list it at market price, and they want to make a deal, and they want to have a fair offer, and they want honesty, and they want integrity, and that's what you got to offer, and treat everyone with respect. You know what I mean? Like someone you see and meet, you may think like, oh, they don't have, according to the way they look, they may not be this or that, but you never know.
Yes.
You got to treat everyone with respect because you never know what somebody has or what somebody wants to sell or who they know or
wants to sell something.
Yeah. Some of my biggest deals were just from guys in like West Philly that just like look like they don't have nothing, and they had like 20 properties or 10 properties or all these rentals, and they want to get rid of that they bought back in the 70s and 80s, and just because they're not like dressed right or whatever or act like you could just they're real sellers. You know what I mean? You gotta give everyone the benefit of the doubt. You gotta respect everyone, treat everyone fairly and respectfully, and then they respect you back.
They're working hard to wear those sweats. I get out wearing sweats.
Yeah, for sure. They walk around in the robes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm bleed for this.
Yeah, for sure. But it's a full-time job. It's not a part-time gig. It's not like
you're gonna be in it.
You got to in it. If you're not in it 100%, you ain't gonna succeed in it. It's a full-time job. It's 24/7. The phone don't stop.
No, and if you don't answer, they're gonna stop calling.
You don't answer. You got to answer every call, and you got to be there. To look out for the deals.
Yeah.
Sure.
I heard once, and I love this. The deal of the month, the best deal you can have of the month, and it's available all week long. But you got to be in the game every day if you're gonna get that deal.
Definitely.
So I try to be in the game every single day, and I wake up and say, "Oh man, all right, let me talk to these people."
I remember when I just started out, this guy I was working with, he told me that his father told him, like, if your offer doesn't make you feel, like, weird and like shit, like, if your offer don't make you feel like it's too low, uncomfortable, then you probably offer too much.
Yes.
So your first offer's got to make you feel in your back, like, oh, I feel bad about it. I'm going comfortable.
That's great, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
In 2021, you didn't have to feel uncomfortable because SFR3 and all the other hedge funds were buying everything.
Yeah.
But now,
Yeah.
but I had to learn that. I was like, I didn't really have to be all that uncomfortable, and I could still make good money. And then, all that went away. Market change. I was like, oh shit, I got to start feeling really uncomfortable. And now, if I make an offer and you're not offended, I'm like sweating. Like, fuck, I screwed up. No, Greg.
What am I doing? I should have went 20 grand down. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
No, for sure. Yeah, I learned that a long time ago.
Yeah, if you would go to Dispo or something and they just say yes.
Yeah. What do I do now, right? How do I back out of this one?
Shit, oh man. I know there's at least one more round on the date. What do I do?
No, but for me, Dispo is actually like,
I hate it.
I could do it. I do it with my eyes closed.
Really, I hate doing it.
Do you?
Yeah, I hate doing it. Because even if that's for me, what I would say, even best case scenario, and I get the most I can, I'm pissing someone off I like. It's like, oh fuck, I got like two, like let's say like you got a couple guys that give you full ask. It's one problem. It's like, fuck. These guys, 2 of these guys are gonna be annoyed at me. Then I'm gonna one of them.
But they'll be back.
They'll be
back. They'll be back because they need us. You know what I mean? The developers, investors need us, even though they don't like us. They may not respect wholesalers and what we do, but they need us. They can't find the deals without us.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. For sure.
We're essential. They want to act like we're not essential to the ecosystem. We're essential.
Absolutely. The flowers don't bloom. But making America beautiful starts with us.
Yeah, it starts with us. We're making it beautiful. We clean it up, still.
We're cleaning up all the neighborhoods, every neighborhood.
I'm not.
It all starts with us,
bro. It all starts with
we're like the soil.
Yeah, and the streets love us. Whatever I did, they love. When you're walking around, people are calling, "Hey, Greg is here. Greg is in. Greg is on the block. Who starts up to sell?"
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I used to bring like 3-4 guys with me, and they would be like watching me like walk the streets. There's actually a skill to it.
Yeah, 100%.
Or even driving for dollars. You know, walk around. You gotta know when to pull over, what addresses to take down, who you're gonna skip trace. You know, who you want to just straight up pull up on, and give them your card.
Yeah.
You know, it's a talent. It's believe it or not, it's technical. It's not just like hit and miss.
I understand that. There's definitely an art to it for sure. I remember I had this one of my buddies. I was trying to put him on. He didn't stick with it. I tried to put all my boys on, and
same here.
None of them will do. I don't know why. I couldn't understand the life of me. But it was like the first time he's going to see a property with me. He said West Billy, bad block, and we get stopped and checked. What are y'all doing here? And so in my mind, I understand what's going on. Like, this is a symbiotic relationship. We're okay. And I could tell that this kid's shivering in his boots, and I'm dying laughing. For me, like, oh, bro, I'm about to buy that house. Do you know anybody else who's looking to sell?
Yeah.
And immediately the guy was, actually, you're so-and-so's house? Okay, cool. You know what? I got somebody. What's your number? Blah, 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 blah. Give him the murder phone because I don't know, what's going to happen. Yeah.
No, for sure. I mean, when I get out of my car, the first thing I do is, like, I'll look around to, like, say hello to people first, just to kind of, like, get, look them in the eye, get my bearings, make sure they know, like, it's all good. Yeah. And then I do my thing. But I like to, like, walk up on people, introduce myself, say hello, and kind of, like, make sure they're comfortable, too, so you don't, nothing goes down.
Yeah, it's all energy.
Yeah, good energy, good aura.
Yeah.
High aura level.
High aura level.
My son taught me that.
Yeah, oh, man, that's the thing about having kids. You know what's going on.
I never knew that was a thing, but now I got to watch the high aura level.
Yeah, damn right. You got you in the newbies. You decked out.
For sure.
I'm surprised your top collar in there. Top button isn't.
I want it to look good. Yeah. I'll take it down a notch.
No, I mean all the way up. That's a Billy Bull style, all the way up. Oh, yeah.
Nah, I don't do that.
That's good stuff, man. So let me ask you, do you think wholesaling is easier or harder nowadays than it was back when you started?
It's definitely 1,000,000% harder because there's a lot more fallout rate. I feel like it's a little
contracts.
It's a little more unstable now than before. Like,
okay,
all around, like, buyers more unstable. They make a deal, they don't want it, then they change their mind, right? Sellers, they make a deal, they change their mind. Title, comes back shit.
Oh, man.
So, like, one of my biggest things back in the day was, like, my success rate was almost like 100%. Like, I lock a deal, I sell a deal, I close a deal. Now it's like I got to worry about the buyer, I got to worry about the seller, I got to worry about title. And
things that they're trying to beat, the universe is trying to beat you on.
For sure. And it's definitely changed. It's more unstable. Hopefully it'll go back to the way it was.
Yeah.
But right now there's definitely some instability. Buyers are still waiting for the rates to get better. Sellers are still like, if I sell this, what am I going to buy? What am I going to do with my money when I sell it? And there's a ton of title issues, more now than I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a ton, especially where I'm marketing, like Philly, depending on where you're marketing, make a break. You need to do like 30% fail out rate. It's like probably pretty average and pretty good. Unless if you're in Strawberry Mansion in Kensington area, something where it's super low, probably 50%.
For sure. That's why a lot of Philly guys went to, like, South Jersey, which I'm like, peace. I'll stay here.
I get it. Well, I'm making more money out mainly in the suburbs. In Philly,
Yeah.
I'm only spending money for marketing in 2 areas. In the Northeast, I'm spending money, and then like uptown Northwest area, I'm spending money. But before, I was all West Philly, Kensington, Strawberry Mansion. But like, I'm talking to these guys out in the suburbs. They're doing an average spread of like 20 racks, 30 racks for us fees. In Philly, like people are doing 10s. So
Sure.
let me try that.
No, for sure. But for me, it's better all these guys leave Philly and, leave it for me.
Yeah, there we go. There's in Philly, there's action to be
Yeah.
There's
For sure.
get some of these bad wholesalers out, then
Philly's the best city in the United States.
he's the best. Oh, my Philly's the greatest place in the whole world, baby.
Bro, you go on one city block, you got 100 houses. Where else you going to go? Where you go to one city block and you got 50 houses on one side and 50 houses on another side.
It's the best.
It don't happen nowhere else. You can't find that in any other city.
No, it's incredible. Philly's the best.
For real. Yeah, it's the density is like is second to none.
Like great. For me, though, as a small one man thing, I'm looking for bigger deals.
Yeah, for
Not
sure.
as much stress, and so I don't care the area, Greg. I don't care what.
I mean, everybody is, but now South Jersey and North Jersey is like saturated too, right?
Everything's saturated. But the price points are higher.
Yeah.
So it allows for a little bit more room.
Sure.
At least what I have found so far. But everyone's going to leave Philly, and then it's not going to be as competitive and get those big discounts, and then the spreads will come back.
For sure. And then they're not getting like 10 letters from 10 different people anymore.
Exactly.
They're getting 1 letter, 2 letters.
You get Greg's letter.
Yeah, they just get 1 letter, the right letter, the best letter. The
You
best
like
letter.
that one?
Yeah.
He selects that one.
Yeah. I like do, handwritten letters, the perforated checks.
Okay, you do the fake checks?
Yeah.
Everyone is so hot in the fake checks.
Yeah.
Drew said it, Bill Bond said it.
I know.
Tim Stover, everyone said in the fake checks.
I
It makes
know.
me nervous to send fake checks because everyone's doing it.
I know, but it makes them open it and call you, to be honest with you. Like, if you just send a letter, like, I want to buy your house, they don't call you.
They don't give a
They send you some bullshit check. They're curious.
Yeah, it's
You know?
smart.
But again, all those guys are going to Jersey. Stover and Vaughn and what's it? George Beatty is in Jersey. Everyone's going to Jersey.
George Beatty, he's everywhere.
Well, he's everywhere. Yeah, he's the best. He's my bro.
The mailman.
That's my man. That's my man.
He's a postman.
He's the postman. I love Beatty. Yeah.
He's put me on a lot of game. I love that guy.
No, for sure. For
He's
sure.
a mentor of mine. I appreciate Beatty a lot.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely knows what he's doing.
Yeah. He's got a good operation and he keeps his shit tight and he does it right. That's what I said. Like, out of the 1,000 guys out there, there's only like 20 that know what they're doing right.
Yeah, there's not a ton.
No.
Everyone wants to be a wholesaler.
Everyone wants to be a wholesaler. Even like realtors, developers, investors, everyone wants to be a wholesaler. They act like they don't, right?
We're the Cowboys.
They're like these guys that are building $2 million, $3 million, $5 million buildings, doing these big deals. They don't want to be wholesalers too. They're trying to wholesale shit. They just don't act it or they don't tell you, but they want to be wholesalers. Yeah, they're dying to be. Everyone wants to be a wholesaler. They just, for sure.
Not everybody can do it, though.
Not everyone can do it. They try, but they can't do it, right? And then, they don't succeed, and then don't try it again, which is good.
Yeah, and then those annoyed sellers will come to us.
Exactly.
And then we'll get the price we needed to get it.
For sure. Definitely. But you definitely got to go old school, you know what I mean? You gotta walk the streets. You gotta drive the streets. You gotta learn in the streets, and you gotta know the zip codes. You gotta know the 100 blocks. And you gotta be a professional. You gotta be the best at what you do.
Yeah. You gotta go all in.
You gotta go all in.
All in, grab it.
All
by the
in.
horns.
Grab it and run.
Yeah.
For sure.
Now, for right now, you do the mail, you do the cold call.
I graduated a little bit to like commercial, industrial. Going after warehouses.
Yes, you saw a church or something like that.
Churches. I love going after churches. They're great for condo conversions.
Oh, good out.
Yeah, for sure. I just looked at something real nice yesterday in Brewery Town. But yeah, it's definitely like, you got to graduate to the next level, right? Yeah. So that's when you start looking at bigger sites, bigger industrial sites, commercial sites, strip malls.
Frank McGovern's doing all that now.
Frank McGovern,
I like Frank.
Frank. Frank's the man. He's good people. He knows what he's doing, and he likes to teach people. He likes to pay it forward. He likes to pay it forward and teach the new guys how to, get a warehouse under your belt which is great. And he came to my office a couple of times. He taught my guys how to like go after the bigger deals, for sure. But it's bigger spreads. But then you got to always offer due diligence. And then half the time the buyer's back out during their DD period. They're trying to renegotiate. So like you work 9 months for a big deal and then it dies. It sucks. You're looking at this like you put all your eggs in one basket. You're looking at this like $150,000 fee.
Then anytime you get a 10 grand,
you don't give a shit. Yeah, like fuck that. I'm making 150 in 6 months. And then like 3 days before closing, something happens. Yeah.
Then you're like, fuck.
You're like, fuck, I need to go back to my 510s.
I need those 5 pieces again. No 5 pieces here.
No 5 pieces here, for sure. Nah, I respect you for that. You call that right on. You can't fuck with a 5 piece.
There's one excuse that you can fuck with a 5 piece, and if you're dispoing somebody's deal,
or if it don't cost you any money, right?
You have no money, you're dispoing somebody's deal, and you're doing it for the relationship.
Exactly.
And the overall assignment fee or commission is greater than 10. Then it's worth doing. I'll dispo your deal and make $5 grand happen. That's cool.
Right, because it didn't cost you no money. You didn't spend money on a mailer or VA or whatever. You help someone dispo it. You put your $5K on the HUD and you're good.
See you later. Then they took me no time, and that's fine. Then I use my relationship to bend. We better our relationship. That's fine. But other than that, get out of here with a 5 piece. I ain't a loser. You can't get rich off doing a 5 piece.
No, you're right. It costs you $3K for a good lead.
Yeah, bro.
Well, if you add it all up, all your marketing, and then you divide it by the deals you close a month, you're probably spending $3-4 grand a good lead, a closing.
And like not even the money that not even the cost of acquisition, but the bandwidth that goes into it. Every deal that you do slows you down X amount of time.
For sure.
Like you slowed down for $5 grand. Get out of here.
Yeah, no, for sure. Unless it's like
unless it's a freebie deal, and I'm just making a quick $5 grand. And Mark the Shark hit me with a deal today. So, you know somebody? Yeah, I did. 1 second. I never saw the property.
Right.
I don't know.
Takes you 12 minutes to make $5K.
Yeah, all right, cool. That's fine. I'll do that. Sure. Every day of the week. If you got something in the greater Philly area, I can do that for you any day of the week.
Sure. Yeah. Facts.
Yeah, these young wholesalers are just so horny to get a deal. They'll lock it up and at crazy prices to make $5 grand.
Yeah.
And then the stress level they're dealing with is crazy. Yeah. They can't get anything else done because they're going over the whole city. Will you sell my garbage? Will you sell my garbage?
Yeah.
I've been there. It's not worth it.
No, it's not. You got to say no. You got to say no. You can't waste your time. You only have so many hours in a week, right?
Exactly.
So you can't waste your time on bullshit. And but you definitely gotta you gotta look for the best deals. But you gotta buy it right, and the offer's got to be right. And the people you're selling the deals to, their numbers are tighter. Yeah, with the interest rates and the ARVs and the construction costs. So like if they were paying $150 in Point Breeze, now they want to pay $120. You can't spend more than $100, $110 in Point Breeze. But you got guys out there making 150 grand offers in Point Breeze, and then they just sit on it. Yeah. Fuck the whole game up, for sure. And then, sellers are mad at you. Buyers think you're greedy. Yeah. And you just kill your reputation. That's not
good. No. Just get it low or don't do it. Get it low or don't do it. You send out garbage deals. People look at you as garbage. Oh, the garbage man's coming through. Like George Beatty's the mailman. You don't want to be the garbage man.
No, for sure. You don't want to. If you get a bad rep in this business, no one's going to deal with you ever.
Yeah, you got to rebrand and pretend to be somebody else's.
Yeah.
You hire
change your name.
Yeah, you hire this guy and like he's the face, but it's really all you shit. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't want to get a bad name. You don't want to be a mudslinger is what I call it.
Nah, even though we're bottom feeders, we still got to do quality work and
be a bottom feeder.
Yeah, you got to get good product, good service. Still a customer service business. Yeah. Even though you don't own a grocery store, it's still a customer service business.
No, it's customer service 100%.
Yeah, for sure. You look out for your buyers, you look out for your sellers. Some people just want to care about their buyers, but I care about my sellers as much as my buyers. Like, I got to make sure they're happy, too.
The universe will reward me if I do.
For sure.
Get this guy over, I'm going to get down something else. No,
100%. Plus, you do a good deal. Next thing you know, their aunt calls you, their cousin calls you, you get a referral. referrals are everything. Referrals are like fucking bangers.
Yeah.
Referrals are like 100% close ratio if you do it right.
Oh, yeah. And that's really easy conversations because you come in so verified.
Verified for sure.
Very verified, 100%. Every so like I like to look at it like I do the whole agent outreach as part of my thing. Like part of my marketing is agent outreach and like agent relationships. I do like a bunch of agent content and stuff. And like the main reason I do it is because every agent relationships that I can make with someone that can bring me one deal a year, well, it's like my salary.
Sure.
At least that's how I look at it.
Sure.
Like if I got 12 agents that will all bring me one deal a year. What the fuck?
That's how I look at probate attorneys. My thing is probate attorneys. If I can get like 15 probate attorneys giving me 2 deals a year,
you're
ringing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, if you build a good relationship with a good probate attorney and they know that you can close, they're not calling nobody else.
They're calling you.
They're calling you. So you're,
like that.
Yeah. I'm big on like dealing. I'm big on probate attorneys.
Yeah, they don't talk. People don't talk about the probate attorney relationship.
Yeah.
How do I get into? That would be good for me. Actually, that'd be great for me. How do I get in? How do I get into these probate attorneys? That's not how goose on here.
I'll send you a list of like the top 500. Just hit them up. Same as cold calling, bro.
Really?
Send their secretary some pretzels with mustard, bro, to their office. They're yours forever, bro.
Oh my god! You really give me a list of these?
I swear to God, yeah, for sure.
I'll tell them, if you already messed with goose.
No. Listen, I got 10 out of the 500, so it's all good.
Yeah,
bro. I got, it's all fair game, man. I don't believe in competition.
Oh, why?
I'm kind of like, I'm old school. Like I like to teach and help, and I don't believe in competition. I love competition. I don't.
Well, I'll still give you a tax because I'm Italian American. I just like it's in my blood.
Sure.
Let's go.
No, but yeah,
give me this list. I'll
definitely,
work out
100%, no doubt.
Yeah, there we go. Probate attorney, that's probably better than realtor. Biggest
saying, if you make friends with their secretaries, they let you, they get you in, and they send you. It's the best. Yes. Send them some lunch.
Very smart. Send me this list. This could be major for Mr. Nick.
No doubt. We just made some money today.
We definitely made some money today. Oh man.
I mean, it's like that's just one thing. It's like throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks. You know what I mean? You got to try everything and see what works. As times change, you got to go with the flow. You got to pivot.
Yes. Oh, man, what worked yesterday in this business, I don't have as many years as you do, Greg, but even I've learned in my small amount of time what worked yesterday isn't going to work tomorrow necessarily. You got to be ready to switch and move.
Switch and move. Always switch and move. Always pivot.
Yeah.
Michael Cohen taught me that a long time ago. I got it about the pivot.
Philly legend. I don't know him personally, but Philly legend.
Yeah. Top realtor, does more deals, more volume of deals than any realtor in the city. And
does he like wholesalers?
I've been working with him for 20 years. He hates wholesalers, but me and him, we love each other. We're boys for 20 years, but he hates wholesalers. He's just on wholesalers like crazy.
Why?
Which is great. Nah, that's all good. Listen, the truth is realtors hate wholesalers and wholesalers hate realtors.
Oh, I don't hate realtors, but they hate me. They hate
the
shit out of me. But unless you didn't deal with something you like me, but
You know what I mean, though.
Oh, yeah.
Wholesale.
Well, let's go.
Yeah, and we don't like realtors. I don't. Realtors, they have their own way of doing things. You know what I mean? They don't do it. We do things our way. They do things their way.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. Everyone, as long as everyone makes a living, everyone's happy and feeds their family, it's all good.
It's nice.
Yeah. As long as yes, definitely. But yeah. What else?
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
You put me on some game, Greg. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let's go. So what do you...
There's only so many different techniques you can use. You just got to find what's best for you, right? What works best, what you're going to dedicate those 8 hours a day to.
There's only so much time.
Because then you got your kids, you got your family, you got your husband, wife, whatever. You know what I mean? So you
have everything.
Yeah, you got to balance it out, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's legs about mouth. What the heck?
Definitely. Man,
I didn't think about that at all. The probate attorney, you really put me on some game, right?
There you go. Yeah,
that's why you got to have the right friends.
That's it. Probate is big. Probate's huge.
One of my biggest deals is probate.
Probate are the biggest, hands down, assignment fees you'll ever get as probate deals.
Really? You think so?
100%. 100%.
They're competitive, but
They're competitive, but again, it's about, doing the right thing, dealing with the probate attorneys because they're dealing with the clients. So you got to tie it all in together.
Yeah, not a lot. I feel like not a lot of people, at least the young crowd that's learning on YouTube, no one's going after these probate attorneys.
No.
That is an OG on the street trick to do.
Yeah. It's relationship driven. It's relationship driven because you can't get to the people without the attorney. And you can't get to the attorney without having some sort of rapport.
Yeah, and you get if for the seller, if their attorney is the one that plugs you in, they're not going to doubt you.
No, of course. They listen to their attorney.
Yeah, of course. They're paying money to listen to it. Oh, man, you smart, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, you should have told me that. Oh, man.
It's all good.
Yeah, if you're a probate attorney, I'm dropping a fruit basket on your secretary. Oh, yeah, let's go.
Dude, bro, I used to send 10 baskets of 10 pretzels and mustard to their office. Yeah, for sure, bro.
Oh, man, you got the tricks.
Yeah,
you
man.
got the tricks.
Yeah, you gotta try it all, man. You gotta throw shit against the wall.
So, out of the marketing that you're doing right now, what do you think? What is doing the best? You think, or just your relationships are doing the best right now?
Definitely, my relationships, my network, my sphere of influence.
Yeah,
is the best for me because I've been doing it so long. But as far as between PPC and cold calling and text and all that, I right now I think direct mail works the best.
Okay.
For a while, people stopped doing direct mail, and it went really hard. Text blasting used to be the biggest thing. But I think it kind of came back to direct mail. And even guys I'm talking to that do Philly and Jersey, they're saying the same thing. They all say that direct mail is the best. I mean, obviously PPC is strong, but it's so expensive. Right. If you're not spending 20, 30 grand a month, you're if you spend 5-10, you're gonna lose it all and not get one deal.
You're not in the slot machine long enough for it to win.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you're not doing it consistently, which means you got to spend 20 grand a month for 6 months, so if you're not willing to spend that 120 grand, don't even mess with it.
You can't even compete. There's no point. I see people trying to start doing this.
It don't work.
$5 grand a month, and my heart aches for those people. Good luck, bro. All my boys that are doing this are spending 20 racks a month, and some of them are not even happy about it. You know what I mean? They're don't do that. You gotta. It's so expensive.
Me too. I got guys that are spending $100 a day on PPC, three grand a month, and they're I'm not getting of them.
Of course you're not.
Because $3 grand a month don't do. Plus, they don't have a follow up. They don't have a whole system behind it.
Yeah.
So they just think they're gonna spend $100 a day and start getting leads. Next thing you know, they went a few months, they lost 20 grand, and they're I'm out. I'm not doing this no more. It don't work. You either do it big or don't do it at all.
You gotta go home, or you gotta go big or go home, man.
That's it. Yeah.
Especially with that.
Especially with PPC. Unless you're doing paper lead. There it's a little better. But again, it's not like it was. The leads suck. They want market prices. It's hard. It's hard. It's definitely hard. It's not like it was back in the day, but you got to pivot and But for me, it's all about relationship driven, my network, my sphere, people that I've sold to, that I've bought from, that need me to dispo. I got guys calling me every day that they're good at marketing.
Yeah.
They're doing all these different marketing techniques, getting the deals. They can't fucking sell them. Or I'm why can't I sell them? Probably because you priced it wrong and you priced it too high. And now you're trying to sell it and you can't. So now they're calling me and I'm look, let me do you a favor.
Yeah.
Text me and I'll tell you what offer you should make. You know what I mean? And get the no. Don't be scared to get a no.
Yeah, you need to know or else you've messed up.
You need to get the no. And then they're okay, no problem. Then they can't get it and then they call you back. They're all right, we'll give it to you.
Yeah.
But if you're not pricing your shit right, you can't sell it. You're screwing yourself, the buyer, the seller, everyone. Just wasting time spinning wheels.
How quick do you determine that you locked it up too high?
I don't lock anything up too high.
Yeah, that's the right answer. Right, if I put a deal out in the universe and that same day people aren't yo, I'm interested, I know. Okay, shit, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Nah, I fucked up.
Yeah, like
And
if
then I see it and it turns out that something was wrong with it that I didn't realize, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it changes the numbers on it. That's a different story, and that happens, you know?
Yeah.
But like,
Well, I'll know right away. Like if I lock a deal up and I send it out, like do an email blast to my, I have like 15,000 buyers in my list. If I don't get any calls or any text or any social media DMs, I'm like, it's not a good deal. Yeah, this deal sucked. Like I messed up.
there's sometimes, whatever, it looks green, it smokes, but they don't like how it tastes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you guys not like this? Because sometimes you do the math as a wholesaler.
Sure, it makes
they beat
sense.
you up on it for whatever reason. Okay, whatever. That happens. Leaking.
Well, that's the other
Not
problem.
much, though.
People
It
are,
shouldn't happen much.
people are looking at ARVs, right? They're looking at like what shit sold for, but it's not always comparing apples to apples. You can't always go by ARV. You got to go by you got to phone a friend, right? You got to you got to go a little deeper and really see you can't always go by the top property sold for this price. It may not be an ARV that a builder agrees with.
Yeah.
Or is real.
Yeah, one idiot overpaying doesn't determine
No.
value. It just means that one idiot overpaid.
Exactly. That's all it means. And then, here's comps. People ask me for comps. I'm like, I ain't your realtor, bro. I ain't doing comps for you.
Whatever comps I give you, you're going to tell me aren't
Exactly.
real anyway. There's no point.
Bro,
If you
I
ask me
hate
what the
giving
comps
people
are,
comps.
You're going to just beat me up even if you ask me what the comps are, I don't really take you super serious.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Unless we have the type of relationship where you don't look at it and you just say, yes, Nikki, I'll take it. Because we've done a lot of business together.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you a comp. You're
Me neither.
forget.
I don't. I'm like, well, you want comps? Call your realtor, bro.
later.
Yeah. Call whoever's gonna sell the property for you. Let them give you comps.
Rehab costs. I'm not telling anybody a rehab.
No.
Everybody has a different number. No one's in.
No, for sure, sure. I mean, you can give a plus minus, but rehab costs I'm not so upset about when they ask me about comps. I hate giving people comps.
Yeah, it's so
Even when I do a blast, I don't give comps. I don't know. If you want to buy, you want to buy it, right?
Yeah, I'll do it if I got if it's just right there.
If it feels good, you buy it.
Yeah.
If it don't feel good, you walk away.
Buy it.
Don't
See you
buy it.
later.
There's another guy right behind you.
Yes.
Yeah,
They got to run their own comps. They're gonna anyway.
for sure.
Yeah, my favorite is if I put something out and I say I got a single family, blah blah blah, and either people message me, oh, is it RM1? Is it RM1?
Right. Yeah, that's the big thing now. RM1.
My boy, I could make more money if it's RM1. You don't think I'm going to tell you if it's RM1?
Right,
Like,
of
what's
course,
wrong? I'm
yeah.
saying it's a single family.
Yeah,
What
of
do you
course.
do?
It's RM1. That's the big thing. Everyone wants RM1.
RM1.
But these idiots, no, I hate to say idiots, but these guys are looking at RM1s that are 1,000 square feet. How does that help you if it's RM1? If it's 1,000 square feet, you still can't make it a duplex. What are you going to do, 2 units, 400 square foot each?
Good luck.
You can't. You're not going to do another story. It don't make sense. So RM1s only make sense if they're at least 1,200 square feet.
Yeah.
So it's it's the new thing is RM1, but then at the end of the day, it's they got to be big enough for it to make sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Unless it's land. If you get good land that's RM1, that's a different story. Then,
It as RM1.
yeah, of course. And then you got to tell them what can be built, so they got to, so they know their numbers.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. But it's all about, knowledge and, like I said, knowing your product. You know what I mean? Knowing your product, knowing your buyer, knowing who to send it to, knowing the values, and looking out for the third party buyer to make sure that there's enough juice in it for them. You can't just be a greedy ass wholesaler and try to make all the money.
No.
You gotta let everybody eat.
You can't sell anybody garbage.
Yeah.
If I can make 10 racks, but just sell you garbage that I know you're going to get stuck on, I'm probably not going to do it, bro. I don't really need the 10 grand like that, and I don't want you to get stuck because
For sure.
Mickey sold me garbage, and then
Yeah.
you can't shop with me anymore. I want you to keep shopping with me, baby. I don't want you to slow your motion. I'm doing this selfishly, not even for you. Bro, I want you to keep shopping.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like we just talked about a couple of times, all about customer service.
Yeah.
Client
100%.
services, you know what I mean? You gotta look out for everyone. You gotta do good business.
Yes.
Yeah, keep your name good and people that way people call you. I get 30 calls a day. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? I need some. I just sold some. But I need to buy some. What do you got? What do you got? So they wouldn't be calling you if you didn't do good business.
Exactly. But I couldn't imagine being Greg Guzman, the amount of calls you wake up to from people either looking to shop, either looking for you to buy something, look for you to dispo. I couldn't imagine. I get leads waking up every day just being me. I'm newer in this.
Yeah. No, you're crushing it. You're crushing the game. You're doing it. You're doing your thing, and you're putting your thing down, and you're helping other people by doing the podcast. I respect it.
Hell yeah, thank you. I'm trying to do my little thing.
Yeah, you pay it forward.
Oh, heck yeah, I
For
pay it
sure.
forward. That's part of it.
Yeah,
You got to pay sure. And I have so many.
Besides the fact you got a dope ass personality and people love you.
God, I appreciate you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, for sure. You're very, people love you and want to work with you, want to be with you.
Yeah, look for the best. I see you moving out there like, all right, Greg Guzman, everyone's messing with Greg. All right, let me do it like that.
Well, back in the day, one of my biggest things used to be networking events too. Now there's like not as many as before.
There's only one. There's one networking event in Philly that I think anyone goes to. It's yours.
Yeah.
I don't go to. I have Philly. I'm probably not going then. And no one really does one other than you.
Yeah. No, I do a big network event every year. But like besides mine, like I used to love going to network events because you leave there with a deal. Yeah. You leave there with all these business cards and all these new relationships. And they'll be like, oh, I got this. I want to sell that. I know this guy. I know that guy. So you got to, really be out there and network and go to these events and shake hands. And you don't always want to get dressed and leave your house and do it, but it's part of the game.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
100%. You got to see who the players are, in the city.
There's not a ton of big events, though. Not a ton of rinky dink.
No, for sure. Last year, the one we did at Cherry Street Pier, we had like 900 people. The one we just did at Billy Penn Studios, we had like 500 people.
Yeah, that was packed.
Yeah.
It was packed.
Yeah. And we gave a lot of content. We gave a lot of good information. We had 4 or 5 guys teaching in the other room while other people were partying in the other room.
And some good speakers, too.
Yeah. No, we put it down. Camille hooked it up. Jabbar. Yeah, we did it. We did it right.
And the Bull Bar.
Yep.
Legend.
Philly legend. The bar.
Oh man, Jabbar's one of my old heads. He's one of the first people I met doing this little thing. Every time I'm with him, he shows me a picture when he was like 20 years old.
He still uses that picture on his marketing.
That's
awesome. Like 30 years later.
Yo, Nicky, look how jacked I was.
Yeah.
He's
That's great.
Very good people.
No, he's good people for sure.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, I dig it.
But people got to know you're the one to go to help them dispo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes acquisition for some people is easy and dispo is hard.
For sure.
So, you got to be there, provide a service.
Damn right. They actually do. I wanted to ask you one thing. And, I've been asking you a bunch of shit, but there's one thing I wanted to ask you. I was, my girl is really good with like all like the Google analytics and all this bullshit for what she does for hers. So I was having her look up like, all right, who's the top for if you Google like buy my house now, powerhouse or blah, blah, blah. You were at the top of all those searches. Like almost all of them, you were at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just like you being in the game for so long so your SEO is good, or you just crushing the PPC like crazy?
Both. All 3.
A little mix everything?
Yeah.
Oh, man, Greg. I was curious. Like, who's really out here getting it like that? And I look, look at you, Greg.
No, it's expensive. It's expensive and it's consistent. You know?
You think mail's more consistent, you think?
I'm sorry?
You think mail's more consistent now?
Yeah. I mean, mail's just more, it's more cost effective.
Okay. But you still got to spend the money in your mail, though. Like
you do.
You still got to spend out, like...
No, you got to spend, 5 to 10 every month, at least in mail.
At a minimum.
And then you got to do, at least 5 in PPC and, buying PPC leads. And then you got all this other shit that's another 5 or 10 a month,
Man, yeah.
But it depends on how big you want to be. If you're not trying to be big and you just want to like stay, you could just, like I said, walk the streets, skip trace, close the deal, and you have no overhead.
All relationship, some probate attorneys, some realtors.
Yeah, like quiet listings, definitely.
I'm gonna drop some mail on these attorneys.
Yeah. Well, they won't answer your mail. You gotta have a conversation.
I'm gonna just drop them gift bags.
Yeah.
Gift bags.
Yeah, you gotta have a conversation. Let them know you're a real buyer.
Pay their or I'll book a consultation with everyone and pay their consultation fee.
Yeah, or just be friends with their secretaries.
Yeah, there we go. Some pretzels.
Pretzels and mustard. Philly pretzels, baby.
Get them a Rita's gift card.
There you go. There's a company in downtown. There's a couple companies that deliver pretzels to offices.
I gotta do that.
Yeah, it's dope.
That's genius. Oh, you next level, Mr. Greg. That's what I want you on here.
Yes,
There we go.
Yep. Yeah, I appreciate you having me on, bro.
Dude, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, man.
Do you have any other like parting advice for everybody, or?
Nah, just do the right thing. Work hard. You know what I mean? Work ethic. Wake up early. Work all day.
Damn right.
Take care of your family.
That's it. Really good advice.
That's it. Work ethic. It's all about work ethic. You know what I mean? If you it don't come to you, you know, your phone don't ring just because. You got to put in the time. You got to make it ring. You got to make it ring.
Yes, you do.
You know what I mean? I just hired some new guy. He's like, he came from another wholesaler that he was working with. He's like, how are you? He couldn't believe the amount of leads I'm giving him and how amount of inspections and properties he used to go see from me. He's like, you know, dumbfounded. I'm like, how do you get all these? I was like, my phone rings all day. Like, I get text messages all day just from leads. People coming to me. I don't even have to outsource, just from like, just from, just your sphere of influence, just from networking, always be networking, right? People say always be closing, but closing comes after networking.
Yes, you're putting that groundwork. We all these people for so many years.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, Greg, thank you so much, my guy.
My guy.
There we go.
You're good people.
You're welcome, everybody.
You're welcome.